And
is it
then
that why is it that we just don't listen to Maya Angelou when she say when people show you who they are, believe them and move on? I'm
well,
just saying it's the same people doing the same things over and
well,
over because
that
they
was what we
have
were
no
doing.
life. They have no life. They have nothing but the drama that we continue to allow them to have a steady diet of. And they're going to continue to do the things they did. There is nothing we're going to do short of all packing up and starting at New York, working our way down the eastern seaboard, cut across the rest of the continental United States, and wind up in, I don't know, whatever you all want to go to, Oregon after all that is done, because we're going to be on the run. And I want to go somewhere they have an international airport so we can leave the goddamn country. Because at the end of the day, this is getting nauseating to me because of the fact that they continue to do this and they continue to do it because I was looking today, right? I was out. I finished up with the homeless today and then I came and we did some things and I got a break and I was just looking at the level of fuckery that people are getting into to have these conversations and they have no content. Blaze follows me for some reason. I don't know why.
He
I
wants to
don't
rub your head.
care. I don't care because he's at the end of the day, he's not doing anything but creating a life off of everybody else. And I feel no anger about that anymore. I just feel pity. I feel pity that you get up in the morning and want to be somebody who just got out of prison. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not surprised anymore. It is just nauseating. It is to the point where I believe they get up in the morning and they take a roulette wheel and they spin it and say, who are we going to be today? And then we feed into them. I'm not feeding into it anymore.
So when the same people that was in my inbox asking me for information on other people and receipts and all that decided they were going to show their true character and act just like the cornballs, I decided, and a few other people, that's what I be calling people all the time now, cornballs. I'm old school. But I decided and other people decided that, hey, it seemed like y'all really just want this position. If that's the case, I will step to the side. You can have it, but you must be qualified. So on my departure away from the circus that is known as Toxic TikTok, I was giving people, you know me, I get up on my soapbox and I be giving them fucking, like wartime speeches, like them, we got to win the game now. It's the last play, 5 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. And your coach is like, if you don't win, you know what I'm saying? I'm being inspirational out here. Well, then it was brought to our attention that there was an individual on this app who has been running around for a really long time, with different groups, lying, manipulating, deceiving, being problematic, weaponizing black women to go after black women, giving sob stories to black women, and everything else. And when that name was brought up, other people were like, hey, I got some shit to say. And that's where we're at now. And that individual happens to be Runtz.
And use your name.
But let me tell you something, right? I have been dealing with children my entire life. Children are going to be children. Did that mean that I take everything that they say and make a Bible with it and run with it and treat it as law? No. If I when my child was 6, if I would have let him pick meals every night, he would have picked chicken nuggets and I wouldn't have been surprised. What I'm surprised is the adults in the room that continue to respond to children. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some people have actual claims on some scale. They have actual claims on some scales. But talking about it ad nauseum is not going to do anything but perpetuates this idea that this drama is never going to end to people. It's never going to end because I looked at, let me tell you, I'll tell you, and I can say, you all know me. I'm so tired. I just say things to people's face that I don't even realize they're in the room. Don't care who records this. Don't care who puts it out there because you can't beat my ass at the end of the day. But I keep watching. I watched a video that somebody made, Runtz, that he made that was before he left TikTok, and then he made and posted it when he came back to TikTok. And I told him the same thing I'm telling you. Why would you go to heal and post a video that you made when you wasn't healed? And that tells you everything right there. I'm not surprised anymore.
And I understand where you're coming from, but my thing is this: if you hand your kid a blade and your kid goes on the playground and cuts up another kid, that's your responsibility, right? So
yeah,
even
you're right. If they were, let me tell you something. I'm glad you mentioned that, because if my child was seriously cutting up somebody, yes, that would be my responsibility. But see, I wouldn't let the little motherfucker do that, because cutting up somebody in real life and cutting up somebody in this virtual reality we call TikTok are not the same thing when it comes to those things. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand we have reach, we have real world implications that have to do with people having the information put out there, and that's different. That is something that you do address, but you address it in the real world. I'm just tired of trying to solve these problems.
I'm not here to solve nobody's problem no more. And the thing is, it's not really in a sense of, attack and drag them. It's in a sense of people are just airing their grievances out for the wrong that was done. They just want other people to be aware, because this individual has scammed every fucking body, lied on people, deceived people. So Discord.
We basically want to, just share knowledge so credibility isn't established.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
So we understand at some point.
Who were they creditable to in the first place?
Right.
Well, but that's the fun thing, is he uses a lot of these names as credibility that are in this live today.
Yep.
Okay. Well, and that's the thing. That's why nobody just comes and gets me, right? Because I will say what I think, and I think that at the end of the day, but I think people's problem with me in this situation is that some of these people are dangerous. Some of them are children. Some of them are children that still do dangerous things. I just choose to handle it differently. You all have a right. I'm not telling anybody not to air their grievances across social media whenever they feel like it, as often as they feel like it. I'm just asking, what's the end game?
Because I gave a lot of people grace and told them, just leave me alone, going about your business. And they couldn't do that. They had to go and provoke and poke a bear. And when the bear stood up and does what a bear does, now they want to blame the bear for being a fucking bear.